Welcome to the Red Zone, the channel that exposes the truth they desperately want to hide. Tonight we're talking about your money, your future, your survival. The US dollar is dying, not slowly, not in some distant future. It's happening right now, right in your wallet, right in your bank account. You feel it every time you go to the grocery store. You feel it every time you fill up your gas tank. This isn't just inflation. This is a calculated takedown, a controlled demolition of our currency. And the architects behind it, they're already setting the timeline. This is the economic collapse they've been planning for years. If you demand the unfiltered financial truth, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the Red Zone and let's expose this together. Just look at your paycheck. Is it buying you less than it did last year? Last month, of course it is. Your dollar isn't what it used to be. It's losing value by the minute. And this isn't some natural economic cycle. It's a direct consequence of reckless, unprecedented spending by those in power. Trillions upon trillions of dollars printed out of thin air with nothing to back them up. Debt is spiraling out of control. The national debt, it's a number so astronomical it's almost lost all meaning. It's a financial black hole, and it's devouring your future and your children's future. Every child born in America today is born into a mountain of debt they had no part in creating. That debt makes the dollar weak. It makes you weak. But who benefits from this? Who profits when your currency is systematically destroyed? It's not an accident, it's a strategic move. And while our leaders in Washington pretend that everything is fine, the rest of the world is making its move. They are ditching the dollar. The BRICS nations, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, they're not just forming an economic alliance. They are forming an anti-dollar alliance. They are actively making trade deals in their own currencies. They're buying oil with the Chinese yuan. They're selling goods without ever touching a single US dollar. This is a direct, coordinated attack on the dollar status as the world's reserve currency. For 80 years, the dollar has been king. It dictated global trade. It funded American power and influence. Now it's being systematically dethroned. The petrodollar system, the very foundation of the dollar's dominance, is crumbling before our eyes. And if the dollar loses its reserve status, America loses its financial leverage. It loses its economic power. It loses everything. This isn't just about geopolitics on a world map. This is about your retirement account, your savings, your ability to survive. The signs are everywhere, if you know where to look. Global banks are secretly diversifying away from the dollar. Major countries are quietly stockpiling massive amounts of gold. They know what's coming, they're preparing for the fallout. But are you ready for a world where your hard-earned dollars are just worthless pieces of paper? Where your life savings could vanish overnight? This is not a conspiracy theory from the fringes of the internet anymore. This is happening out in the open, in plain sight. They're not even trying to hide it. The economic tremors are already shaking the foundation, but the worst is yet to come. In the next section, we're going to expose the true architects of this collapse, the globalist agenda. Their ultimate goal isn't just a weaker dollar. It's total, absolute control over every aspect of your life. Do not turn away. Your financial freedom depends on what you learn next. Let's dive deeper into this globalist agenda. Who are these people? They're the unelected elites who meet in secret. In places like Davos, they're the heads of international banking cartels and megacorporations. Their goal is simple: a one-world government and a one-world digital currency. Think about it. A digital dollar would give them the power to track every single transaction you make. They could approve or deny your purchases. They could turn off your money if you don't comply with their mandates. It's the ultimate tool of control. They're already testing these systems, calling them Central Bank Digital Currencies, or CBDCs. They sell it to the public as convenience and security, but the real purpose is surveillance and control. This isn't about modernizing our financial system. It's about building a digital prison. The collapse of the current dollar is not a bug, it's a feature. It's the crisis they need to justify ushering in their new system. Now, I want you to understand how this directly impacts you and your family. When the dollar collapses, it won't be a single, dramatic event like a stock market crash. It will be a slow, painful grind that erodes everything you've worked for. First, hyperinflation will kick in. A loaf of bread could cost $100. Your life savings will become worthless. Then come the bank runs and capital controls. The government will likely freeze bank accounts or limit withdrawals to prevent a total panic. They'll say it's for your own good, to stabilize the system, but it's really about trapping you in a failing currency. Your 401k, your pension, your retirement plans, all denominated in dollars, could be wiped out. People will lose their homes. Businesses will fail. We could see widespread social unrest as people become desperate. This is the future they are engineering. It's a future of dependence, where you are reliant on the state for everything. So what can you do? This isn't about fear, it's about preparation. The first step is to get educated. Understand what's really happening beyond the mainstream media headlines. The second step is to diversify your assets. Smart investors are moving out of cash and into hard assets that have held their value for thousands of years. Things like physical gold and silver. These are real money, outside the control of any government or bank. They can't be printed into oblivion. They can't be devalued by reckless spending. Owning precious metals is like having financial insurance against a currency collapse. Another area to consider is decentralized cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. They operate on a network that no single entity controls, offering a potential escape from the centralized financial system. And don't forget tangible goods. Storable food, water, and essential supplies are a form of wealth that you can't put a price on in a crisis. We are at a critical crossroads in history. The choices we make in the coming months and years will determine the future of freedom for generations. This is not a partisan issue. It's a survival issue. The global elites are counting on you being distracted, uninformed, and unprepared. They want you glued to trivial entertainment while they dismantle your financial sovereignty piece by piece by piece, but we can fight back. We fight back by spreading awareness. We fight back by taking personal responsibility for our own financial well-being. Share this video with everyone you know. Talk to your friends and family about what's happening. The more people who wake up, the harder it will be for them to implement their agenda. Your voice matters, your actions matter. Don't let them steal your future. This is the moment to stand up and protect what's yours. Thank you for joining us here at the Red Zone. This isn't just a channel, it's a community of people who are awake and ready to face the truth. The road ahead will be challenging, but we are not powerless. Knowledge is our weapon, and preparation is our shield. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive. We LLB covering practical steps you can take to secure your assets and protect your family in more detail. Leave a comment below and let me know what you're doing to prepare. Let's learn from each other. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay free. We'll see you in the next video. Your financial freedom depends on this. In the first section, we laid bare the dollar's death rattle, reckless spending, the BRICS de-dollarization attack, and the silent theft of your savings through inflation. Now, we expose the horrifying endgame, the true architects behind the curtain, the globalists' agenda. Their goal isn't just a weaker dollar. It's the complete and utter control of every aspect of your financial life. Their ultimate weapon, the Central Bank Digital Currency, or CBDC. This isn't just a digital version of money. This is a digital leash. Imagine this. Every single transaction you make, every dollar you spend, every financial decision is not just recorded, but monitored, controlled, and potentially restricted by a central authority. This isn't money. It's a programmable surveillance tool. They want to eliminate cash, eliminate privacy, and eliminate your ability to transact freely. Why? Because a CBDC allows them to enforce compliance. Did you buy too much gas? Did you travel to a forbidden area? Did you express a dissenting opinion online? With a CBDC, they could shut off your money, they could expire your funds, they could block your purchases. This is the end of economic freedom, the end of personal sovereignty. This is the Great Reset in action, the narrative they're pushing. They'll tell you CBDCs are about efficiency, about convenience, about fighting crime. Lies, it's about power. It's about ensuring absolute compliance with their agenda. When cash disappears, your anonymity disappears. Your ability to resist disappears. They are preparing this digital prison right now, in plain sight, under the guise of modernizing the financial system. They are waiting for the perfect moment, the inevitable collapse of the current dollar system. They need chaos. They need fear, because in that moment of desperation they will present their solution, a CBDC, promising stability but delivering slavery. And the BRICS nations, while seemingly opposing the dollar, are often developing their own CBDCs, creating a global digital cage from which there is no escape. This isn't theory. Governments globally are actively experimenting with CBDCs. The World Economic Forum, central banks, powerful financial institutions, they are all advocating for this system. They are creating a world where your financial existence is tied to your social score, to your compliance, to their rules. They are setting the stage for a new feudal system, where you own nothing and they control everything. Your autonomy, your privacy, your very right to exist outside their system all will be stripped away with the rollout of the CBDC. This is the financial apocalypse they have engineered, but there are steps you can take. There are ways to resist. In the final section, we reveal the crucial immediate actions you must take to protect your assets, your privacy, and your freedom from this globalist takeover. This is your last chance for financial liberty. Do not look away. So, what happens after the dollar falls? What comes next? This isn't a hypothetical question anymore. The stage has been set for years, and the curtain is about to rise on a new financial world. One that's been meticulously designed by those in power. When the dollar's dominance finally crumbles, and it won't create a vacuum of chaos. Instead, a pre-planned system will slot right into place. Central Bank Digital Currencies, or CBDCs. In our first segment, we talked about just how fragile the dollar system really is. In the second, we peeled back the layers on the globalist agenda and why they want CBDCs. Now, let's talk about what this means for you, for me, for every single person. This isn't just about swapping paper money for a digital app on your phone. This is a fundamental change in the very nature of money and freedom. A CBDC is not just digital money, it's programmable money. Think about that for a second. Every dollar, or whatever they'll call it, will have a set of rules attached to it. Rules written by a central authority. They could program your money so it can only be spent on certain things. Maybe they decide you've had too much meat this month, so your digital currency gets blocked at the butcher shop. Or maybe they don't want you traveling, so your money simply won't work more than 50 miles from your home. This isn't a far-fetched sci-fi plot. The technology and the framework are being built right now. Every single transaction you make will be recorded, tracked, and analyzed on a central ledger. Every coffee you buy, every book you read, every donation you make, it all goes into a file with your name on it. And this is where it gets even more concerning. This data won't just sit there. It will be used to judge you. This leads us to the next logical step, a social credit system. We've seen pilot programs for this in other countries, and it's the perfect companion to a CBDC. Your behavior, both online and offline, will be compiled into a score. Are you a good citizen? Do you say the right things, support the right causes, and follow all the rules without question? If so, congratulations, you'll get privileges, maybe better interest rates, access to prime housing, or the freedom to travel. But what if you're not compliant? What if you question the narrative, associate with the wrong people, or simply want to live your life on your own terms? Well, that's when the digital chains start to tighten. Your social credit score drops. Suddenly, your funds could be restricted. You might be denied a loan, blocked from buying certain products, or find your account frozen altogether. In the most extreme cases, you could be completely locked out of the economic system, unable to buy, sell, or participate in society. This is the ultimate goal of the agenda we discussed earlier. It's not just about financial control, it's about total control. When there's no cash, no physical alternative you can hold in your hand, you have no escape. Every aspect of your financial life becomes tied to your identity and your level of compliance. The very concept of economic privacy disappears. Think about the power this gives a centralized authority. They become the arbiters of your economic reality. They disagree with a policy. Your ability to earn a living could be switched off. Protest an injustice. You might find yourself unable to buy groceries for your family. This isn't a simple upgrade to our payment systems. This is the creation of a new form of serfdom, a digital serfdom, where our financial autonomy and individual liberties are not just threatened, but are rendered completely meaningless. In this new world, you don't truly own your money. You are merely granted permission to use it, and that permission can be revoked at any moment, for any reason. We are standing at a crossroads. The path towards this future is being paved right in front of us, often disguised as progress, convenience, and security. But we have to look past the marketing and see it for what it is. The most sophisticated system of control ever devised by mankind. The illusion of freedom will be all that's left, while the invisible walls of a digital prison are built around us. It's crucial to understand this now, before the doors are locked for good. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for our next segment, where we'll discuss what we can actually do about it.